This being a bye week for USC, is it just strictly with Arizona coming up first and then that stretch drive? Is it strictly a matter of the focus during the bye week? Hey, let's refresh, get healthy, lick our wounds, get some guys back close to 100%? Or are there various aspects of this team, either on the offensive or on the defensive side, that you think will maybe get some attention now that they've got some extra days of practice to shore up?
Yeah, well, it's mostly about getting healthy. And, it's like the Arizona game could be tricky. Like, I can see Jaden Delora putting a big number on USC's defense if the Trojans aren't sharp, if they aren't prepared. But then right after that, you have Cal and Colorado the first 2 weeks of November. So, like, USC has a chance. Like, if the offense shows up against Arizona, that game can be put to bed early. Like, that would be a great scenario, because then you can rest guys in the second half against Arizona. If the offense can just absolutely put the hammer to a weak Arizona defense, get a 21-point lead. Because then, Cal and Colorado, USC does not, like, those games should be taken care of very comfortably. So, like, I'm thinking, like, there's like a month on ramp. Like, you can just ramp up for the UCLA game very gently if you're USC. The Arizona game being really an exception, because you just can't take things for granted on the road the same way you can at home. And Arizona does have some real upside on offense at a level that Cal and Colorado do not. So it's really about getting guys healthy. I mean, let's remember that the off week comes deep into a season. A lot of other teams get an off week in week 6, week 5. And so it's not as much of a grind in the middle of October, but like, these guys are spent. They've pushed really hard. So yeah, the health is the main thing. Now, if you're going to just ask me as kind of like a side thing, what does USC need to develop? Well, Corey Foreman, clock's ticking, buddy. Like, USC needed someone else on the defensive line and on the defense generally against Utah to kind of be an added piece to the puzzle, to provide something where, Tuli Tuipulotu and Solomon Byrd and Tyrone Taleni, they've all been making significant contributions. But so you look at Corey Foreman, he's another guy who can add to the mosaic of Alex Grinch's defense, give USC another body, another force, another disruptor, and it just isn't happening. And so in many ways, during this bye week, like, the coaches need to have a heart-to-heart with Corey Foreman and say, hey, we are going to need you against UCLA. We are going to need you against Arizona. We need something from you. We need help on this thin defense. The guys really need to coach him up, Sean Nua, as well as Alex Grinch, and they need to get something from him. Because Eric Gentry got hurt late, and other bodies were dropping against Utah. They needed some more guys to step up. And in terms of a guy to step up, like, Corey Foreman is the first place you look at. Romello Heights out for the year. He got injured and was out for the year early in the season. Need some guys to step up, and that is a prime candidate. Like, if there's there are lots of deficiencies in the USC defense, but if you're saying, who's a guy who needs to add more to this team, it's Corey Foreman. That I think is a very clear answer right now.